Hello, how are you all doing? So, today we'll be talking about Jumia online shop. Jumia is one of the biggest, when I say biggest, I mean biggest online retail shopping that you can find in Africa. Jumia is in over 14 countries, but we are going to talk about Jumia Nigeria. Do you know that according to statistics, in a month, Jumia has over 14 to 35 million views in a month, visitors. Fine, the whole of Jumia Africa in 2020, they recorded about over 379 visitors. But guess what? Jumia Nigeria has the highest number. Like Jumia Nigeria has the largest count. So I'm going to talk about Jumia Nigeria. If you are in Nigeria and you want to sell on Jumia, a lot of people have asked me this question. I'm a Jumia vendor and I also work full time. My name is Ifeinwa. You can call me your side hustle specialist. So today I'm going to tell you about Jumia. Before you sign up to become a Jumia vendor, you need to watch this. I'm going to talk about 14 things you need to know before you join Jumia, before you become a vendor, before you register as a Jumia vendor. 14 things that you need to have an idea before you join a Jumia vendor, before you join Jumia, before you become a Jumia vendor. So if you are excited as I am, just do one thing only, one thing. You know what to do. Just subscribe, share, like, how many things? That should be 3. All right. We're here again. We are back. Thank you for the love so far. Thank you for everything. So let's get down to the business. Like someone asked me, can I sell on Jumia? My business, I don't have a business account and all that. You can sell on Jumia. You can receive payments with your personal accounts. Individuals can sell on Jumia. You can receive payment with your personal accounts. Yes, you can. You're a registered company, better. But as an individual, you can sell on Jumia. Yes, you can sell on Jumia with your individual account. You can become a Jumia vendor. So the question is, who can sell on Jumia? You can sell on Jumia. That's number one question. But also remember, for you to be a Jumia vendor, location constraint, you have to live in Lagos. Yes, for you to be a Jumia vendor, you just have to live in Lagos. So if you know somebody that is a Lagosian that need to take advantage of this opportunity, please share this video, send this video to the person. The person needs to listen to this. So you have to live in Lagos. Number 2, there's something called shipping contribution. Yes. As you're setting your Jumia prices, you're setting your prices on Jumia, there are things you should put into consideration. That there's a shipping contribution. You contribute for shipping for any products that they ship. It can be as low as 300 naira. Yes, you're going to share contribution with Jumia. So always factor that in when you are setting up your prices. Always factor that in. Then another thing to consider is that Jumia charge commission. Like, it's not news. You're selling on their platform. Do you know how much they invest monthly, daily to push those ads? You log on to your YouTube, you're seeing Jumia ads. You go to your Facebook, you're seeing Jumia ads. Where? You go to your Telegram group, your Truecaller, everywhere, you're seeing Jumia ads. So they invest heavily on those ads. So they charge commission. You can get commission like 5% depending on the item you're selling. You can get 10% commission. You can get 15% commission. So you need to know the item you want to sell on Jumia. You need to know the commission. that is attached to that item or items. Because one thing I love about online store is not like social media page where you be like, okay, I am known for this. Imagine go to somebody's social media and the person is selling dress, the person is selling diaper, the person is selling baby food, the person is selling maybe something that has to do with car, like telling you to come and buy a four rug for car or something that I can't really say. Do you understand? You just be like, you're everywhere. But when you have an online store with those e-commerce sites, you can sell over 350 items. Yep, it's unlimited. You sell it. As long as you have it, you sell it. So find out the commission or commissions depending on whatever it is you want to sell. To get more, you look out for my video on drop shipping. You understand what I mean by having, is very good. If you're a drop shipper, you should be on Jumia Nigeria. So they also pay for packaging material. You know, when you order for Jumia item and it comes with the cartons and all that, so you as a vendor, you need to buy those packaging materials. You need to package them before you send it out. You can't just send it out like that. Then another interesting thing about Jumia is they have Jumia Express. Those Jumia Express items, especially for people that do not want to pay delivery fee. You know, sometimes there was a time they did, if you're in Abuja or in Lagos, you can order 5,000 and above and you get free delivery, right? Good. So if you're on Jumia Express, you get your products free. So a lot of people prefer Jumia Express. They feel like it's trusted, like it's coming from Jumia. So for you as a vendor, it's not every product they accept. For you to move your product to Jumia Express, it has to be a fast selling product. Yes, they will even advise you that you can even request to sell on Jumia Express and they will deny your request. If your product is not fast moving enough, they deny your request. And when they accept your request, you have to physically take your product to their destination. They have only one help for Jumia Express item. Take it to the warehouse yourself. Beautiful thing about Jumia Express items, when customer makes a request, I don't need to come and start rushing like customer, they'll be like, in 1 week 24 hours, you have 24 hours to move your product, you have another 24 hours to ship it. Those things are not applicable because the products are already with them. So when you order product, they will just, once you just get notification that you have a new order, and Jumia Express will take care of everything. The beautiful thing again is that they will take care of the packaging material. That one does not concern you. They will take care of the packaging material free. But like I said, everything that has an advantage has a disadvantage. If that product is not fast selling, or it did not sell as fast as you presume, Jumia will start charging you. I think like after some time, I think like the first 2 or 3 weeks is free. Subsequently, if the product is still with them at the store, you pay, because it's not a dumping ground now. You can't just come and dump products, because they have people all over. I once met a vendor that does not have a physical location and he's an importer. Yes, as it said, that is what Jumia can do for you. He has no physical store and he lives in a very far place. So he comes to Jumia, like he will be at home and Jumia will be selling for him. He gets like a minimum of, in a day, he gets about maybe like 50 orders, and he sells all those accessories, phone accessories. Like in a day, he gets about 50. So when he clears his goods from ports, he just moves it to Jumia store. He doesn't have a physical store. He doesn't pay his sales boy or sales girl. He doesn't invest in any sales automation. He just moves it to Jumia. Yes, that's what he does. No physical store, nothing. And he uses his time. He doesn't enter traffic every day. He's not always worn out. Oh God, I think I'm going. You need to understand the thing very well. When you go to Jumia Express, when you go to their store, you see a lot of vendors. You even see a lot of corporate organizations, companies coming there to drop their products. So if you need to understand, you know what it means to have in a month you have over 14 to 35 million views, like visitors. And when people go to Jumia, they go to shop. They don't come and say, this one is how much. Once they place an order, you get notification. So that's all for Jumia Express. I talked about packaging material as well. You pay depending on the item that you are about to ship. You pay packaging material. You pay by your packaging material. Also, when you want to how do I put it? When you want to upload your product, you need to be sure of the product category that you're choosing. You don't put your product in the wrong category. They might either reject your product or eventually you might, especially if you are not checking to see how you're being debited. Because if you put your product in a wrong category, there's a product, I think I made that mistake, and when I was charged shipping cost, and I was like, what? Why is this shipping cost so high? And we're like, oh, this category you put your products, that is the shipping cost. And I went back to check. I realized that I made the mistake. Do you understand? Because most products there, I'm not supposed to put that product under that category. So sometimes when you put it in the wrong category, they might reject it. If they don't reject it, I pray that you will not end up like me. See, experience. So before you upload your products, please be sure of the category. Be sure of the shipping cost contribution that you're supposed to pay based on the category. Another thing you need to check, we also have return order. Between you and I dread return order. I don't like seeing return order. Return order is when, a lot of people will be like, oh, I love shopping on Jumia. If I don't like it, I can always return. As a customer, they shop on Jumia because have you ever returned an item on Jumia? It's seamless. It's seamless. You just return, you put your account number, within some time you get paid, especially when you choose to drop it at their drop-off location. They have drop-off location where you can just drop it and they'll pick it up from there. So but you as a vendor, when you have return order, if customer can return something like, oh, it's not the correct size, maybe you put size 14 and he'll be like, oh, I bought the cloth and it's not the correct size, or when I saw the cloth and it's not what I want, it doesn't look like what is in the picture and all that. Anything, customer, it might not necessarily mean that you are selling a defective product. It might not necessarily mean that you're selling a defective product for a customer to return your item. Do you understand? So customer can return based on anything. But when customer returns your item, remember, you have paid packaging fee, you have paid what they call it, shipping fee. That is not even the issue. The issue is that when such products are returned, it reduces your seller score. And when your seller score is reduced drastically, Jumia tend to charge you. Yes, every month they review your performance, and if you're not doing well, they charge. It might be minimal. Maybe like 700 by the time they put the VAT, and they always put VAT 7.5%. And even their commission, there's commission plus VAT. So by the time they put all those things, you find out that you didn't make this sale, but you're losing money. So try not to have return order. and once they return, once they log it in, I'm returning this, you get the notification. So as a vendor, return order, it is not good. That is why you also try not to sell defective product. This is not a product of what I ordered versus what I got. If it's not the same, customer is returning. That is what it is. So you need to be sure of what you're selling. Then another thing we're going to talk about, I think is number 9, um failed delivery. I really don't know the number. I think I've kind of messed it up. Failed delivery. We have situation. This one is not like return. No, this one does not really affect your rating. And I know a lot of us are guilty about the same thing. You say like, oh, you go to Jumia, you order, the vendor goes to Jumia, and he buys packaging material, he delivers it, ship it, and all that. You will just be like, Jumia will call you. It's either you're unreachable or you have changed your mind. You have changed your mind and you did not remember to cancel the order. When a customer cancel an order, you don't get to pay as a vendor. But when you as a vendor cancel an order, sorry, I'm deviating, let's go back to failed delivery. So that is basically failed delivery. So they will return it back to you at the location that you sent it out. Excuse me. Okay. So they return it back to you. They'll return it to you, you as a vendor. They'll return it to you. The same place that you drop it off, that's the same place they're going to return it to you. So there are also products you cannot sell. There are products you cannot sell. You cannot sell explosive. I remember one day somebody was saying that he's sure if she checks for caskets on Jumia that's going to see it. I've not checked. I don't want to check either. But you can also go and check if that is your line of business. Do you understand? So you can also go and check. But for me, I've not checked. I've not bothered to check either. But there are some products you can't sell. So you find out whether the product you're planning to sell, even if your product is one of those products, Jumia is not going to approve it. If one of those products that you can't sell weapons and in Jumia and all that. So check the product you want to sell if it's one of those products. Then another thing, there's something they call vendor promise. If you as a vendor, you deliver an item, you ship an item, and Jumia, maybe the person returns it, and for whatever reason, it's supposed to get to you, I think it's after 14 days or thereabouts, and it doesn't get to you, Jumia pays you. Yes, they are that efficient. If it doesn't get to you when it's supposed to get to you, Jumia pays you because that is their vendor promise to you. So they pay you, but before they pay you, they still take away their commission, because ordinarily if that item was sold, that is the commission that is due to them. So they deduct their commission and they pay you the other ones. So that's how it is. Vendor promise. Another thing is when Jumia say come and pick up your item, like you have a failed delivery or you have a return item, and you say, okay, come and pick up your item is so and so location, and you're still saying, "Ah, I'm very busy," they give you 7 days, 21 days, you forfeit the item, or they won't give it back to you. The item is forfeited. Bye bye. They have a way, maybe because they have thousands and thousands of vendors, and each vendor has one or two products. Do you understand? So failed delivery and return order, they have a lot, so they can't keep warehousing orders. So they put these policies in place so that they will put people on check. So if you don't get your product when you're supposed to get it, you forfeit your product. If you don't have the product, you as a drop shipper, that's why the video I did about drop shipping, I said you should have more than one wholesaler that you're dealing with, because one person can disappoint you. Check that video about drop shipping. One person can disappoint you. So if somebody orders the item, Jumia expects you to get it ready in 24 hours. You move it to ready to ship. Then the next 24 hours, you're supposed to ship the item. And the person ordered for color blue. Your Jibo vendor has color green. You need to get it from another vendor. That is, if you are not the owner of the item, you need to ship those products. If eventually you didn't meet up with the deadline and you didn't also write to them, it's like, okay, give me 1 day. They can only extend 1 day. Give me 1 day extension. Something came up. Things happen. After that extension is still not done, automatically, as in before you wake up the next morning, you'll just be seeing your product has been cancelled and you will be charged. You pay double of the commission. If your commission is 2,000 naira, by the time they charge you double, you know how much it is now. Their commission is 2,000. Their commission can also be as low as 700 naira. Do you understand? But they will still charge you, or 300 naira. They will charge you double of the commission for cancelling the order, for not fulfilling the order. Because customer at one end will just be like, oh, this is, I really need this, and Jumia cancelled it. Meanwhile, it's your fault. You are the reason why Jumia cancelled it. So you need to pay. So another thing we need to find out is Jumia, do they have, I've said something about low seller score. When your score is really low, Jumia tend to charge. Do they pay subscription fee with Jumia? Yes. There's a subscription fee to be paid in Jumia. Something like to sell your products on Jumia. Is it free? Yes. But the beautiful thing about this commission is that for you to be able, for Jumia to charge you the commission, you have to make sales over 100,000 naira in a month. The first time I saw it, like, penny for your store. I was like, excuse you, what's happening? Do you understand? So, but here it is, and it's a penny truly. What they charge is minimally low, maybe like 2,000 plus. That's what they charge. So, but you have made with their platform, you've made sales over 6 figure. So, what do you expect? 6 figure sales in a month. So, you pay a subscription and they still collect commission. These are the things to know. So, like I said, if you're setting your prices, please note this before you set your price. Note these things. Then, most times when you want to finally, as a vendor, to communicate with them, you don't really send mail like for their vendors. There's kind of a workflow, call it raise a claim. You want to talk to them, you have issues you want to discuss, you raise a claim. Anyhow you want it, you raise a claim. So my advice to you, especially if you have a 9 to 5 that you're doing, choose a drop-off location that is close to you. Choose a drop-off location. If it's not close to you, maybe it's close to your office. Because imagine if it's far away, you still enter transport to go, even if it's your car, to go to the drop-off location. Assuming it's transport, you will still pay. And you can use anybody. It must not be you because you are at work. And they work, the time you're at work, they're at work. So they cannot say, after work, I will go and drop it by 5 p.m. Hello, who will you see? Do you understand? They don't work that late. Most times, 4 p.m. they're done. Do you understand? And they resume by 8. What you're going to do is you can use anybody. You can use, if you have domestic help, you can use them just to ship. You can, even when you have return item, just send the person. There's something we call a picker ID. It's something you can generate at the back of your store. Just generate picker ID and send to the person. Do you understand? So you can do this if you want to. Choose what works for you. Choose what works for you. Always ask for help. If you want me to, there's something else you want me to address, the next video we are going to do is how to register on Jumia platform. Now, if you are finished, that means that you have seen this video, you have made up your mind that this is what you can do. you've weighed in your option, you are ready and willing to register, welcome on board. It's a beautiful place out here. So, but if you have further questions you want to ask, further questions you want me to address, you can send me an email, you can reach out to me, or you can drop it in the comment section so that I will talk about it in my next video. Thank you very much, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Bye.